The thing that connects everything that Amazon does is our number one conviction and idea and philosophy and principle, which is customer obsession as opposed to competitor obsession. And so we are always focused on the customer, working backwards from the customer's needs, developing new skills internally so that we can satisfy what we perceive to be future customer needs. We have a whole working backwards process that starts with the customer needs and works backwards. So that is really, if you look at, it seems like we're in a bunch of different businesses. So we have Amazon Web Services, which is completely different from our Amazon Prime business or Amazon Marketplace or Amazon Studios and so on. But really, the way that those businesses are run is very, very similar. And it all starts with, it's not just customer obsession, that's the number one, but we have a very inventive culture, so we like to pioneer and invent. There are other very effective business strategies. Pioneering is not the only effective business strategy, and in fact, some people would argue it's not the most effective one. Close following can be a very good business strategy, and it's worked many times if you look at the history of business, but it just isn't who we are. Willingness to think long term, I think that's another common thread that runs through every single thing we do. We are very happy to invest in new initiatives that are very risky for 5 to 7 years, which in most companies won't do that. Companies will invest for very long periods of time, and they should in those cases where the outcomes are more certain. It's the combination of the risk-taking and the long-term outlook that make Amazon not unique, but special in a smaller crowd. And then finally, taking real pride in operational excellence. So just doing things well, finding defects, and working backwards. So that's all the incremental improvement that in business, most successful companies are very good at this one. If you're not good at finding defects, finding the root cause of the defects, fixing that root cause, you don't ever want to let defects flow downstream. That's a key part of doing a good job in any business, in my opinion.